In this video, you'll learn how to place an order for an ECG from Powerchart, how to locate an ECG order on an ECG machine and transmit the ECG into eCARE. You'll learn how to review an ECG in eCARE, including the use of the magnify, caliper and compare tools. So here we are in Powerchart. We want to order an ECG for an inpatient. I've got my Ward 2 patient list open and I need to select my patient and open the record. Just as with any other order in Powerchart, we've got the choice of ordering either directly from the clinician workflow end pages, using the new order entry as shown here. Simply search for ECG and the order you want will be at the top of the list. Don't forget you can save this to your favourites. Alternatively, if you prefer, you can go to Request and Care Plans, Add, Order, again search for ECG and complete the order in the usual way. You can see our patient now has a request for an ECG with a status of ordered. On the ECG machine, you'll need to select your location, in this case Ward 2, and see if you can see your patient's order. If you don't see the order, then you'll need to press the Sync button. Now we can see our patient. Simply select them, add your name in the yellow box on the right, followed by Done, and you are now ready to identify your patient and connect up to the ECG machine in the usual way. Once you're happy with the trace, you can press the ECG button and the ECG is saved. Again, if you're happy with it, simply press Transmit to send the ECG back into eCARE. You should see a message like this, assuming transmission is successful. Back in our patient's record, if we go to Results Review and select the ECG tab, you can see that the patient has a completed ECG. Clicking on this result will allow the ECG to open for viewing.
Interpret and sign in an ECG. So you need to navigate to the ECG study from wherever feels appropriate. I'm currently here in Results and Review, ECG tab, and you'll see the recently returned ECG shown as completed. I can either access it through my workflow end pages. I'm currently on the progress note, and you'll note one of your components, diagnostics, and locate the ECG. Where you see that hyperlink, the study will open. So you have here patient profile that you can access. I'm just going to pin that back. And the first tab at the top is Views, and you will note we're on the 12 lead ECG view. We've got tab Sign and Close, can save and close, and mark the ECG up as either none, abnormal or critical. These dates and times are other studies that have been returned to requests. Okay, giving dates and times, which then allows us to compare one study to another. Below you've got your tab interpretation, which is here. A tab for history. We've got these arrows that drop down. This information is from the ECG machine. I can move that study up to give me a larger window. So here down the right hand side we've got settings, so I can change my settings. Print icon. You'll see this icon when there's historic studies and the magnifying glass. So if I move my mouse for one measurement to another, it will give me the details. I can right click over these and remove all calipers. I can measure one to the other, right click on my mouse and select March Out. So if this wasn't acceptable, you can type in using the keywords, which will give you a selection. Or you can just text in. If I wanted to compare this current ECG to the one just previously done, I can click on the button compare. This compares this for me. I can actually move this out of my way. And I've just clicked on that history button that's just removed that comparing one from the other, or I might want to check it against this one. Right, so when I'm ready and I'm happy, I could save and close if I wasn't yet ready to sign the document, but otherwise I click on sign and close. If I were to refresh, and you'll see my ECG I just accessed has now been authorised and verified, and if that study is now opened, you'll note that it can no longer be edited from the patient record. I'm going to just close this down. Again, if I was to return to my results and review, and you'll note this has now been signed, and that's how to interpret and sign an ECG.